going on, guys? So there are some photos circulating around the internet that could be possible leaked photos of the villain Shocker in the upcoming Spider-Man Homecoming movie. I should clarify that these are possible leaked photos of Shocker, and none of this is confirmed. It is just circulating around Instagram, Twitter, and I am just talking about it. So yes, none of this is confirmed. It could just be a dude in some type of Shocker cosplay. But in my personal opinion, this costume actually looks kind of fucking cool because it is like a good adaptation of the costume from the comics. Now, if you do remember the costume from the comics or the Spider-Man TV show, I should say animated show, it was a little weird, and I don't think you could adapt that one fully to the movies because it would just, it's kind of a weird costume. It looks like he's just wearing a onesie. This costume looks pretty cool. It is a modern take on that costume. You still see he has the mohawk type of thing on the top of his mask. He has the two Shocker freaking devices on his wrists, and I don't know, it looks pretty cool. It's got that yellowish vibe to it, and I think this looks pretty badass for Shocker, to be honest. Like, I think this is cool. I don't know who made this, and like I said, if it was a cosplay, that is pretty badass. That is a good interpretation on the Shocker character. But if I see this in a movie, I would totally be down with it. I think it looks cool, and we're gonna, hopefully this gets confirmed pretty soon if these are actual photos of Shocker. Now, I know some of you out there are probably confused because you're like, wait, Juice, I thought that freaking Vulture was going to be the villain of Spider-Man Homecoming. And yes, you are correct. Vulture is going to be the villain in Spider-Man Homecoming, but they also have multiple villains in this movie. You're going to have Vulture, Shocker, and the Tinkerer in this movie. Now, if you're like me, you're probably already thinking about Spider-Man 3 where they had so many fucking villains they didn't know what to do with. But remember, this time around, this movie is being headed by the MCU. So we can pretty much guarantee that this Spider-Man movie will be better than Spider-Man 3. At the same time, though, I understand people's concerns of having 3 villains in a intro movie, because remember, this Spider-Man Homecoming movie is kicking off the Spider-Man universe, because there's probably going to be a trilogy. I mean, this movie is going to make a shitload of money, because Spider-Man is probably the most popular MCU character, well, not MCU character, but Marvel character. I mean, he's had 5 movies made of him already, and I think it could easily be said that he is the most popular Marvel character. And of course, some people could argue X-Men characters, but I don't think we're ever gonna see a good X-Men movie that is on par with like Civil War or the Avengers or anything like that, because the people at Fox suck. Sorry, I just had to say that because I'm pissed that I haven't got a Wolverine costume in fucking 10 years. Or is it 18 years? How long has Hugh Jackman been playing Wolverine? It's been forever. Holy crap, it's 18 years. He's been playing Wolverine since I was 10 years old. Anyways, let's get back on track. If you are worried that there are 3 villains in this upcoming Spider-Man Homecoming movie, chill out, man. I got an idea on how more than likely these characters are going to be involved in this movie. I think Vulture is going to be the main villain in this movie because you do not cast Michael Keaton, motherfucking Batman. You don't cast him to be a minor character in a movie. He is going to be the main villain in Spider-Man Homecoming. That automatically makes me think that Tinkerer and Shocker are going to be second, maybe third tier characters in this movie. The rumor has it that the Tinkerer, if you guys don't know much about him, he is a character that makes a lot of the bad villain suits and villain like equipment that people use in the Spider-Man comics. Everybody's saying that the Tinkerer will be the person that makes the Vulture suit. So right there, you're not going to need to have a big character arc for the Tinkerer. He's just going to be a guy that makes suits, and you're going to be able to pick that up as you watch the movie. The Vulture could know him, they could be friends, he could threaten him, he could just be doing a bunch of things that has to have him work with the Tinkerer. So I think that's just going to be that guy, kind of like how Lucius Fox was in, the Batman trilogy, the Nolan trilogy, how he was the one that was making things for Batman. I think that's going to be the kind of role that the Tinkerer is going to have in the Spider-Man Homecoming movie. It's also very possible that the Tinkerer will have a bigger role than Shocker. My feeling is that, yes, it's going to be awesome that Shocker is going to be in this movie. I think they just want to introduce a new character that hasn't been introduced into the Spider-Man universe before in movies. I think Shocker is going to be a character that Spider-Man fights in maybe the first 30 to 40 minutes of this movie, and it's just something that maybe he's fighting him and a lot of people get, like, they capture it on their phones or they upload it to YouTube, you know. I feel like Shocker is going to be that one villain that we see a little bit of action from at the start of the movie, and Vulture is going to see how Spider-Man destroys him or captures him, and he wants to take Spider-Man's freaking age because he wants to be that. Because if you don't know about Vulture, he, like, absorbs people's life force until he can be younger again. I'm sure they'll explain all of Vulture's past in the movie, and that is why I don't think we're going to get a big role from Shocker. I think he is just going to be a character that is probably robbing banks. He's doing something that he's just going to come into the movie, and Spider-Man is going to take him down. And I think Vulture is going to see that somehow, and he's like, I need to capture this Spider-Man, I need to steal his youth, blah, blah, blah kind of thing. So I wouldn't be too worried about there being 3 villains. I think Vulture is going to be the main villain in this movie, Tinkerer is going to be like his sidekick or his side bitch, and then Shocker is just going to be a character that Spider-Man, he kicks his ass, and people take notice that Spider-Man is able to take down these kind of supervillains and he's protecting the city. That's basically all I got, guys. I just wanted to talk about these possible leaked photos of Shocker and how I think they're actually pretty badass. I'm kind of hoping that these are true because it looks like a really cool costume. You know, it's good. It's a good interpretation of the Shocker costume from the cartoons. I mean, he was actually one of my favorite villains in the Spider-Man cartoon when I was growing up, so it's pretty badass to see him in a movie. But I want to know what you guys think about this costume. Do you think these photos are real? Let me know if you've seen it confirmed anywhere. As of right now, I have not seen these photos confirmed by anybody. But let me know in the comment sections down below. Guys and gals, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with all your Spider-Man buddies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, guys, I am your host, JUICEbox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. Have I had my daily dose of juice? See you guys next time. Bye!